Atlanta News First Alert meteorologist Shady Dishron here, and we've had another benign day out there for most of the region. In fact, pretty much just a beautiful sunny day. I don't think any of us can complain about that too much. Now, like taking a look at your First Alert radar, there's not much going on there tonight. We really don't expect anything until maybe early Tuesday morning, and even then, that's going to be looking mainly northwest Georgia, and even that's on the isolated side. That front just does not have a lot of moisture that's going to be moving into our region. Meanwhile, today was quite nice. We did top out at temperatures in the low 70s. Officially at Hartsfield, we got up to 73 today. I know this says 71. The graphic just hasn't auto-updated yet. So right on track for this time of year. Morning temperature a little on the lower side. We woke up to 42. A lot of you folks woke up with temperatures in the 30s. So I'm going to let you know it's not the last time we're going to see those upper 30s, lower 40s as we head throughout the month of April. This is kind of a transition season, something to be, expected. A beautiful sunset right now. Live look at the 8 o'clock hour here in Midtown Atlanta, facing down towards downtown. Beautiful shot there, crystal clear skies, a little bit of haze in the background, but otherwise a beautiful day, and that's exactly what we can expect as we head into tomorrow. Here's a shot looking out towards the west. Beautiful sunset there. You can see the oranges along the horizon behind Mercedes-Benz Stadium, and we're going to continue to watch the temperature drop slowly as we head throughout the evening. We're at 70 right now, a good 10 degrees warmer than we were just this time yesterday, and that's mainly because the winds have shifted. Remember, yesterday we were dealing with the northwesterly wind. Today, southwesterly, and by the time we get to tomorrow, that southwesterly wind is going to bring up a lot of warmer air. So, very comfortable out there this evening. Even the North Georgia mountains looking very nice into the mid-60s, 64 in LJ, 65 in Helen, 66 in Gainesville. Atlanta, the holdout in the 70s, but really upper 60s, not a bad thing. Our cool spot actually down in LaGrange in Troup County looking at 62 degrees. So as our temperature change goes, we're all about 10 degrees warmer than we were this time yesterday. Our exceptions are going to be LaGrange, Griffin, that little area where we have only about 2 to 4 degrees difference. And then the cooler starts that we have been seeing, remember that 42, 10 degrees below average? Well, it's helping to moderate our pollen just a bit. So today, very similar to yesterday. I think it's only about a 4 point difference, but still in the high category, trees and weeds being the main constituents of that pollen count. We do expect it to stay in the high range as we go into the next several days. It looks like we are just past the peak of pollen season, so that's some good news there, but I wouldn't be surprised, even though we have high on here, is if one day this week we do kind of pop back up into that extreme range as we kind of get one last flurry of pollen before we settle in towards the warmer season. Now, here's our temperatures right now. We're looking, as we mentioned, 70 now, but by 9 p.m., looking at about 66, and then settling into the low 50s overnight. So nowhere near as cold this evening because of that southwesterly wind, and you'll notice that with temperatures across the area. Still in the 40s for a lot of folks, 47 in Carrollton, 48 in Thomaston, 44 in Blairsville, 48 in Covington, Athens, Griffin, and Eatonton. But these temperatures nowhere near as cold as we saw last night. In fact, most of us will be a good 10 degrees above where we were this morning. And because of that, this morning we had that frost advisory. Well, not for tonight, so that's some good news there. So you can, if you protected your plants, hopefully you took the plastic off before we got to the afternoon or you kind of cooked them, but you definitely won't need it as we head into tomorrow. And then by tomorrow afternoon, we're going to be looking for another crystal clear day. Temperatures even warmer. We're talking 83 degrees in the city of Atlanta. Not a cloud in the sky to be found. And our highs, really across North Georgia as a whole, are looking at the lower 80s. Even LJ, our cool spot is at 80 degrees. 85, though, in Rome and Covington, 86 in Athens, 85 in Eatonton, 83 in Carrollton, LaGrange, and Thomaston. Notice, though, as we head to Tuesday, it's a wee bit cooler out there. We're going to be looking at, instead of the low 80s, we're going to be looking at the low to mid 60s with a few isolated lower 70s. And that's due to a cold front that's going to be pushing through. So you notice I'm going to zoom that back out again because it started real quick. And you notice off to our northwest, this is midnight Tuesday. So, roughly 28 hours from now. You see the front, some isolated showers there up into Tennessee, and those are going to be pushing in our direction, and then we do expect those to kind of fizzle out, though. So maybe getting into northwest Georgia, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, maybe the clouds getting to Atlanta by that point. We'll wake up with a few isolated sprinkles. Notice by 6 a.m., a lot of folks starting their commute at that point. We have a little green spot here and there, but nothing widespread, and definitely nothing that's going to be really ruining that commute. The bigger story will be the clouds. We start off with them, but by noon they start to go away, and by the evening hours we're talking overall, just sunny skies yet again, and that's the trend we're going to keep as we head on into the rest of the 7-day forecast. So there's your 20% chance of rain there on Tuesday. Notice it does knock the temperatures down, so we're back into the 40s Wednesday morning. By Wednesday afternoon, we're looking at temps in the low to mid 70s, mid 70s on Thursday, and then low to mid Fridays as we head on in towards Friday. I should say low to mid 80s as we head into Friday. Now, as we head into next weekend, it looks like a few storms are going to be going off just to our north, so that's some good news for us. But the clouds are going to be in place. So by Saturday, I think we're going to start off with mostly cloudy skies, overcast through the day with a few peaks of sunshine. But look how the warm temperatures stick around. 84 degrees. The fronts aren't making it through because high pressure in the Atlantic still really in effect and in control of most of our area. Sunday, Easter Sunday, I know a lot of folks have plans. Either with sunrise services or dinners and lunches with families. We're going to be looking for overcast skies. The good news is no rain chances. It will be warm, mid to upper 80s for a lot of folks, even with the cloud cover in place. So just, keep that in mind if you're going to be out in your Easter attire. It's going to be a little bit on the warmer side. And definitely, this is the time of year, I love to stress this. Even though we have clouds next weekend, it's dry, and a lot of you are going to be outside enjoying it. Even with the clouds, you got to lather on that sunscreen. We can still see sunburn exposure after 30 minutes for a lot of folks, even with completely overcast skies. We're just getting into that time of year that you need to lather up and reapply every 2 hours. So other than that, it looks like a pretty dry forecast. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. And for all of those who are celebrating, happy Easter week. And enjoy. Have a beautiful night.